Nomadic Fanatic says decks on school bus roofs are pretty much useless, and he plays weatherman as he reports on the epic winds in Quartzsite. All right, what's up, everybody? It's a fresh new week. Well, let's start out with Lady Bugout. That's right, Dee. She got her little ProMaster to replace her little red van, Lady Bugout, and she is getting it all ready for some prefab stuff. She decided, she went through the numbers, and she said that if she would buy the wood and everything that she needed, it would be this much, and if she gets this prefab stuff, it's this much, and for the extra whatever, 100 or a couple $100 for the prefab stuff, yeah, she says it is well worth it. So she is prepping the floors and the walls and getting ready for her build.
It looks great. Just gives it a little bit of texture and supposed sound deadening effects and all that. Oops, I think I got a leaf in there. All sealed, and I don't want anything to happen to it.
She did clean it and prep it real good first.
Something I got to get off of there. All right, but this is it. Looks good.
That's pretty cool looking.
So now that the boom mat is sufficiently dry, it really says that you can work on it after 3 to 6 hours, and I left it overnight. So I am going to start the polyfill filling today. And the reason that I'm using polyfill instead of Havelock wool,
she goes through that stuff about, she's stuffing the little polyfill just in the little spaces, not doing the whole thing, just in, behind ribs and things like that. So go over and check out Dee from Lady Bugout. I'll leave a link below. All right, now I want you to picture those weathermen out there during hurricanes or storms. You know how they get out there and they got their little rain poncho on, they got their microphone, and they're standing there. Here we are in the wind. As you can see behind me, the surf is really high and the winds are picking up. This is an epic storm of epic proportion. Just keep that in mind when we watch our little weather buddy out there in Quartzsite. That's right. Tater's version of an epic windstorm.
We got a 57 mile per hour wind gust here, and it's taking everything just to keep it on the ground right now as Quartzsite, Arizona is experiencing one of the worst windstorms ever. I'm just trying to batten down and see what we can keep and salvage from today. But there's no working on the bus. I've actually...
There he is. That's Tater. He's out there. He's not worried about his little wind muff now because he wants to... he needs that extra little bit. And it's the worst wind that Quartzsite has ever seen. It's wind of epic proportions. Now, I make fun because, come on. I just watched a bunch of people, several people talking about the wind in Quartzsite. Blue Van Dan, he talked about it. Lori from Lorries Way, she talked about it. Yeah, they talked about it and everything. Lots of people were talking about the wind, but it wasn't like the end of the world with Lori. She even heard about it coming beforehand and prepared.
Hello, everyone. Well, guess what I'm doing, or already did. I put a tarp over the free pile because we are expected to get winds in the next few days. So I just staked some of them down.
So there you go. She heard about it coming, getting ready. They put extra straps on her little tent thing there to hold it down. Yeah, she was prepared. Blue Van Dan, he was talking about it. He showed how it was all dusty and everything, and the wind was all kicked up. And Dan, well, it's just part of living here, I guess. Howdy, neighbors. So Dan, he wasn't out there. It's wind of epic. No, it's like, yeah, it gets wind. It's just part of living here. And again, Lori prepared for it and everything. But Tater, it's wind of epic proportions. It's never been this windy in Quartzsite ever before. Oh my. So Tater and, well, Wayne, I guess pretty much most of the stuff. But anyway, Tater, he patched the ditch hatches on the roof there in the bus. And he's talking about some white roof sealer that he's going to get ready to put on. And that's why they ripped out all the ditch hatches. They're just hatches that if you roll over, you can get out. But anyway, I don't know why he didn't put any kind of exhaust fans in the holes or anything, but he didn't. That's his bus bill. But anyway, and he's doing that, and he's preparing for his almighty, giant, biggest solar panel array ever to be displayed on the top of a bus roof, I guess. I don't know. But then Tater goes ahead, and he gets a little bit high and mighty. He puffs up his chest, and he starts talking about these people that have, the people with decks on the roof of their buses. They're useless. I can stand right down here on the ground and see everything that I need to see. There's no reason for me to be up there. I have absolutely no reason, no need to be on the roof.
I don't need to be up on this roof for any reason. I don't understand the allure of it, but I don't judge other people. Some people are obsessed with having a wooden platform up there and a place to sit and look at stars. And me personally, I sit down here and I think, I could stand on the safe ground and look at the same stars from the ground and still load up 40 feet of solar on my bus and still watch the stars from down here. Why do I need a platform up? So again, I think it's more of a social media thing, but I don't.
Oh man, you and your fucking high and mighty, holier than thou. I could stand down here and watch it. Yeah, Tater doesn't need. He has no reason to be on a roof.
I've actually grabbed the big dumb hat once again. Even though it gets hot up here, there's a surprising. There's a lot of shade. You can see my whole face.
Yeah. There's no reason at all. Why would you want to be on the roof? There's no reason at all.
Nope, they crashed in turn one again. The first lap. Who was it? Second overtime. Willie?
I don't know. Why would you want to be? I can see everything from down here on the ground. I don't need to be on the roof.
To go in the stage because of that flat tire.
Why would you want to be up on a roof?
All right, stage one just wrapped up. Trevor Bain.
No reason at all to be up on a roof. Why would you want to go up on a roof? I have no reason. I can see everything I need to see from right here on the ground.
I made a mistake. My worst fears came true at the race, and I fell off the roof. I missed the very first step on the ladder on the very top.
Well, we all know that's not the case because we saw him ride his Harley the very next day going out to Quartzsite there, and he drove up on the little bouncing around on a Harley with his broken ribs so he could go party and drink. So we know that that's a bunch of horse shit. I still say good old what's her name with a cast. She clocked him in the ribs and knocked him out the door, and he fell down there and laid. And then she packed her shit and rolled out. But there you have it. That's what Tater's up to. And go over and check out Dee from Lady Bugout. But I just want to say this real quick, that I know there's going to be somebody, just a couple, come around, yeah, you got nothing to do with what Eric and he did. Well, maybe we need to later on here make a video and remind people of some things. You know, there's a bunch of things that we can remind people of about Tater, but how about we just start with the little con thing that Tater and Camper Van Kevin, the shit stir, tried to pull off. Remember? Tig. Oh yeah, Tig's with a perfect, I know exactly where Tig is. Tig is with a family. And Kevin, here's a picture of a dog that's looks nothing like Tig, and is actually not the same breed. And Tig was a male, and this is a female. And Kevin is doing some paparazzi photo bullshit and saying, here, Tater, show this. Maybe they'll believe, because we know exactly where Tig is. I went right to him and took picture. It was bullshit. It was a lie. But that's the kind of people that we're dealing with. So if you want to come over here and because I'm talking about Tater, well, again, maybe you should remember, that's just one example of some of the shady shit that this little dwarf has done. But hey, you don't have to agree with anything I say. That's not the point here. What is the point?
This is Blind Views, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.